Late Night Love with Beverly Lynne. It's really love in the afternoon today, isn't it?
Yes. I'm feeling a little afternoon love today, you know. Mm-hmm. I had been out of town for so long, so I got home late yesterday. So, you know, we'll do some afternoon loving today.
Yeah. For the people that aren't familiar with you and what you've been doing over the years, you know, tell us a little bit about yourself and, you know, how you first got started, how you became Beverly Lynne, actor and producer.
Well, many moons ago. No, I'm kidding. I've always been in front of the camera, loved it, and was NFL cheerleader, model, you know, all that stuff. And then I was like, I'm going to try my take in Hollywood. So I moved to Hollywood and started in the horror genre, and then we all know those Cinemax movies. Got offered a leading role in one of them and just continued on and became the queen of it. I've done so many of them.
So many that you can't even remember. I actually caught some of your interview you did before you came back from Los Angeles to Vegas.
Right.
And I know you were talking with the host of that show a little bit about some movies that you guys may have been in together and you couldn't even remember at that point.
I know. Isn't that terrible? That's so awful.
Well,
but,
it happens. You know, I mean, just from doing the radio show, I don't know how many I've done so far, but I really can't remember if I've had certain people on the show or, you know, what we talked about when we were on the show. And, you know, it's kind of embarrassing.
I know, right? Well, and with my films, you know, the working title is one thing, and then when it comes out on Cinemax or Showtime, it has a different title, and then when it comes out on DVD, it has another title. So then I'm just like, I don't know.
I know. I had my car actually got rented by Columbia Pictures to be in a film with Adam Sandler. I have this '79 Trans Am, the whole thing with the big bird on Phoenix on the hood and everything.
Oh, fantastic. Love it.
Right. So they called me up, and they started off the original name of the film. The film ended up being That's My Boy, but it was I Hate You, Dad in the beginning. And then they changed it like 3 times during the time that they had my car there. So I still have a check Columbia Pictures that says I Hate You, Dad.
Right. It's like, what is it called today? You know, tomorrow it's going to be something different. But, that's kind of how it works. And, it's hard to remember all of them. I always generally remember who my co-stars have been. So I'll be like, oh, yeah, and, you know, the synopsis of it, but the title, forget it. I'm really excited to get this type of show off the ground. A lot of my fans that have followed my career over the years, you know, they always email me questions, and they're like, we would love to be able to call in and talk with you and ask you things. And I was like, you know, maybe it's time. Maybe it's time to turn it into an interactive, informative hour.
People have a certain stigma about sex, and I've gone through it too. I mean, you know, I've done a lot of programming that's, you know, spiritually based, self-help, personal development type of stuff. But everybody has sex, you know, everybody likes sex, and sex can really, you know, help a relationship as long as that's not the main thing that's keeping people together.
Correct. I mean, it definitely can enhance it, and I think that when you're with someone that, you know, a long time and, you know, you're comfortable with, your guards are down, and you can just explore so many different things with that person to where it's not just like, oh, hey, thanks for a great night, you know? Yeah,
it's nice when there's something else there besides, you know, just the physical copulation. You know, and there's love there, there's appreciation, there's understanding. I mean, it takes some time as well for you to understand what each other likes, and not everybody likes everything, do they?
No. I mean, intimacy and sex is just you just have to be in touch with your own sensuality, I think, and comfortable with who you are. I think it could take you on one heck of an erotic journey with your partner. But
now, I'm not good with the dirty talk. Not good with it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not good with the dirty talk. Very outgoing and expressive, but just not good with it. Every once in a while, I have my day. But you have to know what to say when. So I think we were talking about this one day, or you mentioned it in an email that you sent to me, that some things you just don't go over really well with your partner.
Yeah. I think that, communication, one, is key, and it's like, sometimes you have those moments where you can just have this dirty sex with your partner, and it could be just raw, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's other times where it's very loving and you're making love to your partner, and that's what I find the best, is just being able to feel so comfortable with someone that you can just explore all of those avenues, because we all have it in us.
Yeah.
We're all a little dirty. Come on.
That's true. It's true. What are some of the stigmas you find as far as being in the adult film industry, that people kind of have preconceived ideas about who you are and what you're all about?
Well, I think that a lot of them think that they think that I'm really having sex for these movies, and I'm not, for one. It's stimulated, but a lot of times I get emails like, "Oh, where can I find the X-rated version?" And I'm like, you can't. It doesn't exist. Strictly, there's rules for the cable networks and what have you. So that's one of them. And then the other is they think that I'm just like this crazy sex maniac. Now, I have been in a relationship for 12 years, hence had. So it's kind of hard to say, but I was able to go to that place with that person, But still, that they still think I'm like some, it's just like, that's all I do is have sex all the time. It's like,
so you're kind of fall into the serial monogamist category, as I do.
Yes.
I go very quickly from one relationship to the next, and they stay a long time.
Yeah. Well, it's easier that way. Don't you feel safer?
Yeah, I feel safe. I mean, there's a lot of issues out there,
There are, and communication is important, I think. Communicate with your partner, like, hey, let's talk about this or do this or try this, That's what you call it, serial monogamy?
Serial monogamy. I don't know if I coined that myself, or that's a phrase that's been out there, but who knows? I have the tendency to make up words and phrases.
Well, that's good. I like that one. That one.
Serial monogamous.
Oh, it just sounds...
Yeah. Dirty in a clean way.
Yeah.
There are a lot of, when you get into like the, hardcore, adult films, there are big problems as far as STDs, serious stuff going on out there.
Oh, I know. Have you been following it the last few weeks? I mean, just when I was in Los Angeles, I was there the 3rd of September until yesterday, and just while I was on set in that time, there were two, because they bring some of the hardcore porn stars to do some of these late night films. So there were 2 outbreaks of HIV in the porn industry while I was there in LA, and then it was like shut down. Now they're saying that they didn't get it on the set. You can read it at like avn.com and stuff like that. I don't know all the details, but it's just scary and crazy.
And if you go out there and you're dating and you've been in a monogamous relationship for a lot of years, maybe you're just coming out of a relationship, it can be very intimidating. Yes,
I know. I'm definitely scared. But who knows, right?
Yeah, and you lose something in it too. There's a lot of, you have to really seriously think about, protective contraceptives and,
exactly.
when you're used to, like you said, each other, you feel comfortable with each other, anything goes, pretty much. You've already set your limits. This, I'm into, this I'm not into, you made your compromises.
You're just like, I'm into you, and that's it, and let's hope that it lasts.
We're also going to do some erotic talk and email confessions as well on the show. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, I put it out there, so for those of you that are listening, please, please, please email me some of your crazy sex confessions. I got a few of them, and like I said, this is our first show. We're just kind of, figuring out our way here, so to speak. But I really want to do that. I really want to be interactive with the listeners, and they can ask me anything. I want to do, the sexual compatibility with the zodiac signs and stuff like that. I mean, make it fun and exciting and erotic.
Yeah, that's fun stuff. I actually took the liberty to look yours up, Beverly Lynne.
Oh, geez. Okay.
I thought it was very interesting because it really suits you. I'm just going to give you a little part of it. Ascendant in Libra, and with your ascendant in Libra, you have almost an addiction to physical beauty and grace in sexuality, and that's exactly what you were just talking about.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I guess that's why I chose the career path I did, huh?
There you go. Sun in Scorpio, another. Of all the sun signs, yours is one most closely identified with, guess what? Sexuality. I couldn't be making this stuff up.
Wow. Well, I'm just a little sex vixen, aren't I?
I don't know. That's yet to be determined.
This sexy little thing.
Yeah, it does tell me a little bit about you here that you could be very tempted to use your sexual magnetism to gain material and psychological advantage over your lover. Have you ever been in that situation? Be honest.
I'm going to be honest. I mean, with my ex, definitely probably, persuaded him a little bit to get what I wanted.
Mm-hmm. I think we all know how to work
that, right?
in different ways. Yeah,
it's like, honey, if you let me get this, I'll give you this.
Quid pro quo, Mr. Powers. Quid pro quo. See, I'm quoting Austin Powers films.
Oh, okay. So what else did you find out about? Anything else good there?
About you? I know a lot about you just from this sextrology flirtation forecast. Your style of loving is very concrete, and you go out of your way to give your lover tangible evidence of your affections.
Yes.
You are come over to your man who's sitting on a couch or a chair and kind of sit on his lap and a little caress or maybe a little kiss on the back of his neck to kind of foster the connection.
Exactly. I will always make my presence known. And I'll do little things like, play with his hair or just, walk a certain way or give him that certain look that he likes or the smile, and touch him and yes.
Nice. I've become accustomed to being the couch rather than the man on the couch getting my hair and caressed and things like that.
That's funny. Yeah, I'm a very, very, very touchy, affectionate person. Even like in my everyday with my friends and not that I'm like making out with my friends or anything, but you know what I mean. I'm just when I'm talking to someone, I will touch their arm or I just am that way. Now I know why. Apparently, it's how I'm supposed to be, right?
I guess I used to use the analogy with people. Have you ever seen that film with Bruce Willis called The Sixth Sense?
Oh yes.
You remember at the beginning he didn't know he was dead. He thought him and his wife were in a fight or something like that.
Mhm.
That was me. That's my relationship. Only I wasn't dead.
You're like, I'm really
I was really there. I used to talk and everything, and I was like, nobody's answering me. I don't know, maybe I'm on a different frequency or something, and I'm picking.
Right.
I don't get it.
Oh goodness.
So, high values you seek in a lover are faithfulness and loyalty, qualities you are most willing to demonstrate once you have chosen the person you feel is just right for you.
Right. Yes, and that's very important. Very, very, very important to me.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be that way because then it's just done, and it's not just, all physical, it's mental loyalty too and being present in the relationship and because so many times you get in these long-term relationships and it becomes routine and mundane, so to speak. And then you neglect your partner. And
not good.
that is not healthy. You need to just always be present in the relationship and be aware of what your partner is feeling and thinking, and communicate, because you don't want it. Then that's how the being unfaithful and straying happens, in my opinion. You know.
I must concur. Being present is very important.
Yeah. So many times you know, we just get so caught up with society and our work and this and that you forget, like, really what life is about, and what really matters at the end of the day is whom you're sharing it with.
Oh, you're thinking about yesterday and, you know, what might or might not happen tomorrow.
Exactly.
To the point that you're not present.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
yesterday's
I'm
done.
present.
You don't know if you're getting tomorrow, so live for the moment and enjoy them and be present in them. That's my strong advice for today.
I'm present,
be present
all the
in
time.
The moment.
I agree. Yeah, and it's very difficult to find people that are present in the moment.
Yes.
And when one person's present and the other one is just somewhere else, it's a problem.
Yeah.
Big, huge problem.
It can just deflate the balloon, so to speak.
Yeah.
But
luckily, you know, sex can often be, you know, a shortcut. I mean, if it's good sex, if it's intimate sex, to bringing you both to that present moment. And I find that to be a really excellent tool in a relationship. Also, you know, it could be a problem, because if that's the only time that you're present, what do you really have there?
Exactly. Then what are you doing? But yeah, I mean, I think that the most amazing sex is the connection, you know, the feeling. I mean, of course it's fun to just have crazy, like, you know, almost like a one-night stand type sex, but it's with your partner. You know what I mean? But there's moments where it's
stuff.
like,
it could be a quickie.
A quickie.
You know, an opportunity presents itself. Here you are.
Exactly.
Nobody's around. You know, it wasn't planned. You know, it's not the standard bedroom quarters, or, you know.
Exactly.
And it just kind of, you go for it.
Exactly. But then, you know, there's moments where you are present and the world doesn't matter, nothing matters, and you get lost in each other. That is where I think it's the most intense. So.
Yeah, never been very promiscuous and into, like, kind of just meeting somebody and just getting into it. Sometimes I wish I was. It seems like it would be easier that way.
I don't know. It's the whole, like, I don't know. You just have to know. I don't know. Maybe I'm different, because I feel like I have to know them. I have to spend time with them and talk to them, and because I'm actually shy at first.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like a giddy little person, like a little girl almost. You know, this. I don't know.
Yeah.
See, I'm getting shy now talking about it.
I know. I noticed that. I feel like a shy little girl right now.
Are you blushing?
Yes, I am.
Aww. So some other things that we would like to do on the show. What were some of your thoughts?
Well, I still, we're going to, like I said, we're going to do some astrology stuff, sextrology. We'll tell you about your relation. We can actually compare and see how compatible you are with your partners as well. So we can take their information, their date of birth, time of birth, place of birth, and we can do that too. But they'll be able to call up with that, and you can chat with us too. We have a chat room that's open, so that'll be pretty instantaneous. So if you don't have the guts to give us a call at 424-757-1425, you can just give us your question in chat or email ahead of time as well. We wanted to talk a little bit about some other things that people are very, squeamish about, maybe like sex toys. That's another thing that's gotten a stigma. People and sex toys. I don't want to deal with that, or I want to deal with it, but my partner doesn't. What do you think about sex toys?
I think sex toys are fun. Personally,
okay.
I say go for it. Try it. Try it. You don't know. You might like it. No, everybody has different tastes and stuff like that, but absolutely bring in the vibrators and enjoy the sexual experience with your partner. Like, go there, right?
I guess. Some people are even afraid to go into a store, but you can now order this stuff online pretty easily.
Yeah, you can order it online.
So you don't have to worry.
Oh, what Beverly Lynne, adultmegastore.com.
Oh, Beverly Lynne, adultmegastore.com. I didn't realize that. Mm-hmm. And what do you have there at that megastore?
Everything you can think of, from fetish to dildos to vibrators to condoms to lubes to couples, sensual oils and candles, massage stuff, shoes, clothing, everything you can think of, and then some.
All right, somebody's just interested in getting into this the first time. They'd like to get some oils. What type of oils do you recommend?
Like massage oils they're looking for?
I guess. I don't know. They want to spice it up, baby.
Oh, well, yeah. Get some nice oils, warm them up a bit, and start with a nice sensual massage. And with your partner, like, just start and have them lay on their back. If it's a guy, if it's a woman, have her lay on her tummy and just start at the ankles and work the way up and just take your time and just light some candles. I always like to use like a lilac or, nice smelling candle because that's relaxing and soothing, and then some nice massage oils and just have an amazing evening. It's always good to bring in set the tone. Have some strawberries, maybe a little bit of champagne, and just have fun. But yeah, that definitely, because it's now you're incorporating all your senses, the anticipation is building up, and you're connecting with your partner in such a way just by touching them and massaging them that it's like you feel their energy and you're putting your energy into them, and that's incredible, I think.
Love that person, know that person.
Right.
Feel that connection. You have to have that connection here. And I think that what you're talking about really helps foster that connection as well. It's slow. You're building up to something. You set the mood. There are candles and there are scents, fragrances around the room, and there's the oils and the touching. It's not just the wham bam, thank you ma'am, in and out and
right. I mean, we all like the build up to the climax. So enjoy the ride is what I like to say. Take your time and enjoy it.
Yeah, I've always liked that foreplay. I've been a big foreplay person probably since I was about, I hate to say it, honey, but like 16 years old, which I think is common, today. So I know it's hard to believe when I look at, my kids and I'm like, wow, I just can't picture them being sexually active at that age.
Oh, how old are they? They're
15 and 18.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
See, I have a little one. She's 7 years old, and I can't even fathom that. Wow, that's got to be hard. Like, did you do the birds and bees talk with them, or they learn all that in school now, right?
Beverly, I spent so much time with the kids growing up because I've always had my own business, and it's always facilitated a lot of time for me to spend with the kids. So, I was the one to get them up in the morning, get them ready for school, and pick them up after school, and I used to bring them to my business. So, amazingly enough, and I think a lot of people aren't aware of this, you may be, because how old is your daughter now?
She's 7. She'll be 8 next month. I can't believe it.
Yeah, 7, 8 years went by like the blink of an eye. But the time when we really are able to talk to them, and they'll ask us things, is in that car, from home to school or from school to an event or whatever. That in the car time is really where it all takes place, and you never know when it's going to happen.
Right. They just put it out there.
Yeah.
Hey, Dad, what about this? Oh.
And I was always cruising around with them anyway. I stay home for a little while, and then I just throw them in the car wherever I went. If I was checking on a store or had to take care of some errands, it was always I used to have to sneak out of the house to get away from them to do something on my own.
Aww.
Yeah, man.
Now they're just like, whatever, Dad, leave me alone.
I don't want nothing to do with me. I'm not the cool dad anymore. So,
that's
and that
funny.
creates a problem too. And a lot of people, as you're moving forward in a relationship, if you add a child to a relationship, it changes the dynamic of the relationship. When the children get older, if those children were filling in the gaps in that relationship, and then they get to the point, hey, they're teens now, they have lives, it creates a problem.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
That's why
attest to that.
It's so important in a relationship. And, a lot of people disagree with me, but you cannot put the children first because you have to put each other first. Because when the children grow up and they move out of the house, guess who's left?
Exactly. You're looking at this person and you're like, you are a complete stranger to me, and I've just spent, the last 20-some years with you, and I don't even know you. Like, I can't even tell you what your favorite color is. Like, what is that? That's not healthy, I don't think.
Yeah. So, back to the sex toy thing. You mentioned that, and I never really thought of this. You talk a little bit about, how to clean them, and I wonder if people actually clean their sex toys.
Oh, gosh, you must. It's a must. It must. I have the vibrators and the dildos and stuff like that, and, yes, we have toy cleaner, but, you have to clean them and maintain them because, bacteria and stuff like that, and you don't want to get sick or an infection or anything like that. So, yes, it's very key. Just even warm, soapy water will work. There are toy cleaners, but warm, soapy water, spray it with, after you do that, then you can spray it with, like, alcohol and stuff like that. I'm, like, ridiculous when I clean my toys. I'm like, okay, now I can put it away. Some girls, I think, even just throw them in the dishwasher, like, the glass ones and stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's very high heat. I don't know. So not everybody will agree with that.
Right. Just when you have company.
I don't really want those associated with my eating utensils.
Exactly. Don't mind that in there.
I guess if it's the only thing in there, but still, you're just putting the stuff in there, afterwards as well.
But yeah, there's all kinds of toys out there. There's, rings and all kinds of stuff you can experiment with, and just start off, if you're new to it, just try something small and interesting, and then graduate from there.
What's a good toy for couples to use?
I personally think, I like the cock rings. Those are always a good thing because it's really great for the man. It's supposed to just prolong, like, you won't come as quick, but when you do, it's, like, really intense because it's hitting all the good pressure points and everything, but then they also have little vibrators in them, so when you're with your partner, it's actually stimulating her as well, so it just is so incredibly intense. See, I'm blushing again.
See? You're a shy little girl.
Yes. But, and then another good thing is just, use vibrators because, you're as a woman, your partner can massage you, what I mean, with it and build up, and sometimes if the sessions go a while, he might get tired. And, you want to prolong it or you don't want him to come right away, so you can incorporate the toys so it can last longer and you can have one hell of a night, right?
Yeah. Oh my God,
night.
my mind is you just got my mind drifting off somewhere else.
Well, focus now.
I just got a whole bunch of visuals. I was just strolling down memory lane.
Yeah, see?
Oh,
after this, everybody's going to be like, it's lunch break, I'm going to go have sex.
You're a good girl, Beverly. You're a good girl.
And then, what about, like, a little bit of fetish stuff is always fun, too. A little spanking and playing
I was very surprised because, sometimes you wouldn't think somebody would be into that. And don't go crazy, but, a little spanking, especially, if you're in a doggy-style position and you're behind your woman, sometimes, it's the little, palm of your hand.
Yeah,
a little spank.
Spank her a little bit. She likes it. It's nice, A little hair pulling is good,
Yeah, put your hands on the shoulders and pull the shoulders back towards you.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised.
A little kink is good. Now, I mean, there's other people that are into, like, massive kink, and, hey, that's cool. I personally have never done it, but I don't mind being tied up and blindfolded every now and then. Really?
Yeah,
no.
I don't know. Well, I guess if you're in a relationship and you really trust your partner, then it's not an issue. I guess over the years, if I've been in that situation, it's really someone I don't really know very well, so I don't know where this is going. You know what I mean? And as I said, I'm like more of a, I like to know the person. I don't like to worry about STDs and things like that. Not that can't come up. If your partner's not faithful to you, I mean, it still could be an issue. I have friends that have contracted STDs from their husbands from not being faithful to them.
Yep.
Which is, it's really sad, as now this person has to carry this with them for the rest of their lives. But for the most part, you're in a monogamous relationship, and you're both free of any kind of STDs.
Yeah, see,
awesome.
We have to have the health talk too on this show. I think that's important, especially in the industry.
I thought it was interesting. You mentioned earlier in the show that the sex is simulated.
Right.
And I knew that beforehand. It was maybe about I don't know, when we first started talking about this, maybe a month or so ago, I looked at some of your YouTube videos, and you have a YouTube channel, and you talk a lot about it.
Fascinating, isn't it?
It's fascinating, but it was also it confirmed something that I always said and I always commented on as I was watching these films. I was like, nothing's in the right position. Things just are not lining up. I can tell.
Exactly. Unless his thing is so huge, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but it's all just they have the sock on. I have the patch on.
Rib cage there, and
Yeah. Yeah, because apparently every man's built like that. You know what I mean? It's like, I wouldn't even know what to do with that. I'd be like, "What? You are not coming near me with that."
That's how I feel. That's how I feel about large-breasted women. God bless them.
Really?
But everybody has a taste. I've always admired you because you have natural breasts of a reasonable size, and I've always matriculated towards women with smaller, perkier breasts.
Right.
It's always been my thing. And, I like it, but it as I get older, it's become more of a laziness in foreplay. There's a lot of area to coverage with a big-breasted woman. With a small-breasted woman, I could spend some quality time there.
Yeah, I mean, being again in the business, I'm not knocking anybody who has implants. I mean, I myself have thought about getting them, and just realized, I'm okay the way I am. I'm happy with it. But some of these girls I work with, I mean, they're massive. Like I've worked with one girl that each one, with the breast implant, each boob weighed 5 pounds. So that's 10 pounds of extra weight.
Wow, that is a lot to carry around. Every man has a different taste.
Absolutely. It just seems every woman I meet nowadays, they've all had breast augmentations or implants or something. It's like, good grief, is there any natural ones left?
Imagine archaeologists thousands of years from now.
Oh my gosh. They're going to be like, wait, what the heck is all this stuff? Boobs and cheeks and chins and...
Oh my God.
I don't know. If you don't have it, we'll put it in you. We'll make it. I don't know. It's craziness.
Plastic surgery is coming up now, so I got to go with it. And I'm a firm believer that I think when you enter into a new relationship, there should be full disclosure of all plastic surgery.
Oh, I like that.
Full disclosure, baby. I want to know. I think we can make beautiful kids together. Time goes on. The conception takes place. Here's the birthday. This kid pops out. I don't know him from Adam.
Where'd this come from? Yeah, it's like, where did this come from? It looks nothing like you. What happened here? Well, that's because I've had my face completely reworked, my boobs, my butt, my legs, my stomach, everything. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that. A full disclosure.
Yeah,
that's good.
Full disclosure. As a law, let's take it to Congress.
Yes.
Are you with me?
Yes, you should.
We're going all the way.
So with you on that. That is
DC.
great. That is great.
Full disclosure of all plastic surgery. That's right.
Wow.
Because it happens, right? We meet somebody, and it comes to mind. you know, we want to have children together. We love each other. You know, our kids are going to be
Right.
We're making a major investment in time.
Exactly.
You know, and our heart as well. So.
Yes.
I have a friend who is dating a performer, and he has an issue with the whole plastic surgery thing. He doesn't like it. He likes the girl, and she had the plastic surgery before, you know, the relationship started, and now she's at the point where she'd like to move forward, and this is really a huge problem for him.
Oh.
Yeah.
So this is like a deal breaker for him.
Yeah, it's a deal breaker.
Wow. Oof. So where's he at with it?
He's nowhere. He is in neutral.
He's like, I'm just going to idle here for a little bit.
He's idling.
Oh, wow.
He's either going to move back from it or he's going to move forward. But yeah, it's a big problem. I think a lot of women don't realize that this comes up. You know, and it's something that just doesn't feel the same. You know, about, you know, let's just talk about the breast. I mean, you know, there's something succulent about a natural breast, but when you get these you know, the bags in there, it's not the same anymore.
Right. It's like, yes, I felt breast implants.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not. Yeah, I like the real too.
Yeah.
Real's better. That's it. Yeah. So there you go, ladies.
Carefully. You've heard it here first.
I had no idea
Beverly.
that, like, men really. Yeah. I had no clue that men really thought that way. That's really awesome.
See that? That's why I think it's good to have the male and the female energy together, talking about it. Because all the deepest, darkest secrets are coming out. Things that we've been holding back. You know? You be honest with me, and I'll be honest with you. The floodgates of knowledge is going to come pouring through on late
Absolutely.
Night with the queen, Beverly Lynne.
I think we covered a lot.
I think we covered a lot. I think we need to do this late night because it's afternoon and people are working.
This is our little test here.
But it's been a good test. I think we know a lot about each other. We're kind of getting each other's, you know, chemistry down. You know, we know it's good. It's all good.
Yeah. So we'll do this. We'll definitely we gotta get callers, and we need to do it at night for sure.
Yeah, it's gotta be at night.
Yes.
Put something
together. Then we can get even dirtier. We can even play, like, you know, the porn music in the background.
Yeah.
Right?
If that's what you want to do.
Like, twist my arm. It's okay.
All right. We'll get some calls, and we'll answer your questions. We'll give you some sextrology readings. And
we'll do it all.
Anything you'd like to leave our listeners with today, Beverly? Any information? Give the website as well. Oh, yes. It's
BeverlyLynne.com, obviously, is like my personal site. And then there's also BeverlyLynneAdultMegastore.com for all of your sex toy needs.
Okay.
So
you heard it there first.
All right. Well, then I
am out of here.
Yeah.
You got to get a catchphrase, too, at the end. Come on. Come up with a catchphrase quick off the top of your head.
Oh, geez. You're putting me on the spot. I don't have one.
You know what my catchphrase is?
What?
So you never listen to any of my shows. My catchphrase is, be peace, everyone, because peace becomes you.
Oh, I like that.
How do you feel about that?
I like that.
choose Blue Water Ventures General Contractors, LLC? Because Blue Water Ventures General Contractors, LLC welcomes client participation at every step in the process. Our number one goal is to ensure our clients are 100% satisfied. Our experience, belief in open communication, and high-quality standards enables us to guide clients through each phase of the building process. We also pride ourselves on our reputation for staying on budget and on schedule and providing high-quality work. We're fully insured and licensed and obtain all the necessary permits to complete the job. Blue Water Ventures General Contractors, LLC is a full-service residential and commercial construction company with decades of experience in custom building and renovations. Whether you need a small-scale renovation or desire a custom-made home or building, we're committed to helping you create a home you'll love or a commercial property that'll best suit your needs. We also do small and large repairs on existing homes and buildings. Call 561-855-2363 to schedule a free, no-obligation consultation. Visit BlueWaterVenturesGC.com.
Thank you for calling Hampton Smithfield. Chris speaking. How may I direct your call?
Hello, Chris. I just called and you transfer me to push this button, push that button, talk to this, talk to that. I do not need any of that, thank you. But
all right, well, we don't take reservations here on property,
yes,
so I would need to transfer you there.
I do not want to make reservation. I think I'm just going to come at the right time. Do you usually fill up hotel?
No, you'd be able to come tonight.
Okay, because I just have a couple questions. I mean, you are very helpful, sir, with the bed, the queen beds and the king beds. Now, the king bed, is that California king or regular king bed? Because I'm very tall man, and my feet, they hang off the bed. Sometimes I wake up in the morning, it gets a cramp. You know what I'm saying to you?
It's a standard king bed.
King, the standard size. Okay, and the queen size, those are also the standard queen. Do you have a adjoining room? Perhaps the 2 queen beds in one room and an adjoining door into the other room with the king bed?
No, we do not.
Because that would be very helpful. Do they happen to be on the same corridor, perhaps, where my wife could come into the queen bed and they could kind of switch? Because some get very cold, their feet, they get very cold. They like to snuggle. And like I said, the other wife, she's very grand, and she needs whole bed to herself.
Yeah, we don't have adjoining rooms.
No adjoining, but on same floor maybe, same corridor.
Yep.
Now, do you have snack machine?
Yes, we do.
Okay, because she gets very hungry. When she's hungry, she cranky. You know what crank? She don't let up. Are you married, Chris?
No, sir. Is there any other questions I can help you with?
I think that's all. I have one more question, if you do not mind, sir. What is the check-in time?
Check-in is anytime after 3 p.m.
3 p.m., and we have to be out by what time?
Noon.
And do we need to make the bed before we leave, or is it taken care of? Is that part of the $150?
Housekeeping.
Housekeeping. And do we tip them?
You want to.
Okay. What is the customary tip there for housekeeping?
It all depends on the preference of the guests, sir.
Okay, so 30, 40, 100, depend. On 2 rooms, maybe $100 is good tip. Yes?
Whatever you prefer, sir.
All right, Chris, I thank you very much. I'll see you tonight.
It's our pleasure. We look forward to seeing you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Are you looking for the place that locals and visitors go to eat, drink, and be merry? The Shipwreck Bar and Grill in Jupiter is your spot. Open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week with daily lunch, dinner, and happy hour specials. You may want to stop by and dine on the chef's signature grouper in a bag. Shipwreck Sandbar sandwiches include dolphin, Reuben, and lobster roll, salads from the galley, gorgonzola, and classic Caesar, single shot starters, fresh seared sesame tuna, grouper fingers, and more. ShipwreckTakeout.com, where you can order online and it's ready in 15 minutes or less. The Shipwreck Bar and Grill, Jupiter's place to meet, greet, and eat. It's always time for happy hour, open till close. On Facebook, Shipwreck Bar and Grill. By phone, 561-746-8882. 1511 North Old Dixie Highway in Jupiter. You can dine inside or out.
Hello, Keems.
Hey, how you doing today?
Good.
Good. Glad to hear it. This is Johnny Primo. My cousin Vinny told me to give you guys a call.
Your cousin Vinny?
Yeah. What kind of services do you offer over there?
Who's your cousin Vinny?
Vinny Dupree.
What kind of services? What kind of service are you looking for?
I got this problem. I've been dating this dame. She got cats. I got this cat hair all over my new coat, Calvin Klein. I don't know what to do with it. It looks like a shambles. I went to my accountant the other day. He's looking at me like I just fell out of a rat house. Can you take care of that?
What do you mean?
This cat hair, it's clinging all over to my coat. Everywhere.
It's clinging to your coat?
I tried shaking it out in the driveway. No good. It's all sticking on me. I'm pulling these little hairs out, one after the other.
Yeah. Just vacuum it.
Vacuum?
Yeah.
Like, just lay it out there on the floor, pick up the vacuum cleaner, and just push it on over at the top of it.
Yeah, why not?
What if it
No,
gets
take the hose pot. Take the hose pot and just take the hose.
The attachment. The hose attachment.
Yeah.
You know, I need to get a bag for this thing, too. The bag hasn't been changed in, I don't know, 20 years or so. I don't know if there's any vacuum shops anymore.
Yeah.
You know, they're hard to find.
Yeah, no, there's one next door. There's a vacuum shop next door.
Oh, yeah? So if I come down, I give you this coat if the vacuuming doesn't work. What do you put in the washing machine or something? Or you send it out, you put tape on it? What are you going to do to it?
Yeah, I don't know. I have to see it. I really don't know.
I don't think I want to bother with that vacuum thing, and I got to get the bag.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd rather just say, hey, you know, Akeem, listen to me. Can you take this thing and give it back to me like it's brand new?
Yeah, you can't get it brand new.
You know?
Just bring it down. We'll look at it, sir.
What time you open till?
Till 6.
6 o'clock? Now, if I get there at 5:55, that'll be enough time to, like, drop it off maybe and pick it up the next day?
Yeah, maybe.
How long does it take for you to send something out in a dry clean?
About 2-3 days.
2-3 days? Whoosh.
Yeah.
I better get down there soon. Maybe
this afternoon. All right, I got to go. I'll see you.
All right, I'll see you soon, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Do you have a special gift that you'd like to share with the world? Then consider broadcasting your message on BTRN. The Bean Talk Radio Network is local, national, and international broadcasting with powerful programs that enlighten minds and change lives. BTRN hosts are passionate about purpose, motivating listeners to confidently move forward in the direction of their dreams. Become a part of the Bean Talk Radio Network today and contribute to positive change tomorrow. We are BTRN, the Bean Talk Radio Network.